Sup, amigos? My name is Chubby, and welcome to Dark Souls 3 Prestige Edition unboxing. On the release day, I picked up Dark Souls 3, and it turned out I liked the game so much. This is for PlayStation, but now I have the Xbox One Collector's Edition on top of an exclusive that should have come with the Prestige Edition, which wasn't sold in the United States, but the statue was sold separately here, and only 2,000 were made. I picked one up, and I'm going to show you today. So I do remember hearing about the Xbox One version being not as good as the PlayStation 4 graphically. To me, it's all the same game. And if the resolution's just a little bit lower, you know, there's better things to worry about in life. The back of this box is taped pretty well. We can go ahead and see right here. There's 3 tapes, and then it also says that it's like $130 or something. Like, I don't give a shit. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Oh, hold on. Cut away from yourself. You gotta be safe. Okay. Easy. Do you see this? So good. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little disappointed by this box. Compared to some of the other collector's editions here, which are kind of blocked once I move the statue, this statue box is sick. This box looks like a sick man. Okay, there we go. And, okay, I think this is what you see when you open the box. Oh, that, God, okay. All right, so, oh, we got one more thing here. We got one more. Oh, there we go. That's good stuff. Now, we have the Day 1 edition of this game. Doesn't look too different from this one. About the same. It's actually the same size case. I thought they would have a steel book in here, and they do. So they give you 2 of them together. This steel book, wow, that's pretty nice. So the steel book is empty, and the game comes in a plastic case, and then we get this nice book. So this book is about the same size as the case of the plastic CD case. But now when we look at it in here, the art looks very nice. It is very similar. I'm very impressed with the size of this book because it seems it looks kind of like a Bible actually, just not as thick. We have our cloth poster, cloth map. I might hang it up here. Honestly, this kind of thing should be framed. All right, so this is the code for Dark Souls 1, and it'll be a Xbox download. Now that we have the disc. Oh. I was completely wrong. The soundtrack is actually down under here. So it looks like the Xbox One version is still maybe a little bit more worth it if you don't have the first version of Souls. So now that I have this game, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in my Steelbook. This is really nice. I like this. There we go. So we have Dark Souls 3, and inside is the game. All right, and now for the big reason why I rebought this. So we have a statue in here. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and open this bad boy. Okay, you see that? Get it in the light here. I think there's some tape around here. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't really like the packaging on this. I think the plastic feels kind of cheap. And unfortunately, though, I think that this is probably gonna be the best way to get it. A sword already fell down. That's fine. Wow, that is. So here's our statue, the Red Knight, and then we have our swords. So we're gonna go ahead and put these in. Okay, and there we go. Here we have our statue for Dark Souls 3 Collector's Edition. And if you look at the bottom, it's got like this nice felt base at the bottom. It looks nice. Now we're going to get into the big treat. All right, so this particular statue is of a character named Yhorm the Giant. He is one of the bosses in the game. It's kind of a sad story if you read it. I'll let you read about it. It'll be a link in the description below. This box is gigantic. It probably weighs about 25 pounds, like just saying. And you do need to grip it pretty well. It's huge. Look at it compared to the size of my head. It's gigantic. Now, when we open it up, what we're gonna find is that it opens up like a bookcase. Now, the one thing here is that This statue is 40 centimeters tall. It's like 1.5 feet. When we take this plastic out, you got this gigantic sponge taken out on here that's packaged in it. Now you have this nice statue here, and you have his arms. Look at that. And you have his giant machete here. So I'm gonna go and take it out of the box, and we're going to check this out. So this base is the heaviest thing of all time. And you know what's really unfortunate, though, when I found it out? Look at this. I paid $400 for a statue, and the plaque that preserves the brand of the game has fallen off. I mean, I'm sure I could glue it back on, but paying $400 for something, I would expect it to be in one piece, or the intended piece. Okay, so now we see the statue here, and it seats on just perfectly into the base. Gets right in there. Okay. Now we see this machete. You see how long it is? It's even longer than my hand. It's about as long as my forearm. I just want to go ahead and show you that. I have a long forearm. Lots of things that are long. Okay. Now these arms are magnetic, so we snap them right in there. Just put our hands in here. And finally we take our last piece, and then we go ahead and top off our machete. The thing is gigantic. If you look at my arm going all the way up, the statue is almost as tall as it. Okay, here's a close-up of the Yhorm statue, and as you can see, the detail on it is just awesome. There's hair underneath the shoulder pads, the crown, the chainmail, armor, and also the great machete, and just the sheer size of it compared to the rest of the actual statue itself. The rock base, I think, weighs maybe about 20 pounds. Despite the Dark Souls 3 plate coming off, I'm overall extremely satisfied with this. Just look at the paint detail on it. The hair coming out of the shoulder pads. Every tiny little detail has been accounted for on here. And for $400, it is extremely pricey. Honestly, you're paying for a name here, but the quality of the statue here is just, it's so good. I really can't say enough about it. Even when you look at little emblems on the armor, when you look at the rock base, when you look at the cape, when you look at little details on the actual machete itself, even on the feet, you look at the back here, you see the cape, you go and see his girdle. Everything on here has been accounted for, and to me, I think it'd be worth it. Only 2,000 of these were made. Now, when it comes to the collector's edition statue, you can see a noticeable difference in the quality. This is about 1/4 of the price, and you can see why. The rock base is nowhere near the size or weight of the Yhorm statue. Overall, I would say this Red Knight statue that came with the collector's edition, compared to the other collector's editions of games that came out this month, Overwatch and Doom, I would say this does rank 3rd place behind the Doom statue and the Overwatch one. Overall, it's okay though. I still like it. It is a nice addition to the Dark Souls statue collection that I have with Dark Souls 2 as well. When you look at the back and the cape, it's just not as good a detail. These are the two together. You can see the huge difference in size. Now, I didn't show a close-up of the steelbook before, but here it is. It's actually really nice. You see the Soul of Cinder on the back, and I really like these steelbook cases that are coming out. When you compare it to Dark Souls 2, you can tell a difference in size, tell a difference in the overall art and the quality. I'm always skeptical of these plastic hinges, though. It makes me kind of not want to open them. Now, when we go to the book is about the size of the steel case. It's got maybe like 150 pages in it, and throughout the art, it spans Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. I would say the book, the steel case, and the statue were the reasons that I rebought the game for the Xbox One, and to me, it's totally worth it, the amount of time I spent in this game. All right, and now it's the homemade US Prestige Edition unboxing of Dark Souls 3. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. I hope you did. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. I do realize that this is late. It's a few months late at the time of this recording, but this is something I'm always going to remember the game by, and just remember all the great times and all the angry times that I've had with it. And subscribe if you'd like to see more Dark Souls content. I think for the DLC stuff, I'm going to be on top of it. I'm starting to play casters. Maybe I want to play it on stream, which I think you should follow me, twitch.tv/chubbyemu. Links in the description below. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today and unboxing Dark Souls 3 Collector's Edition. And I will see you in the next one. Adios, Adios, amigos. Peace.
Oh, you missed. You missed.
Wow, you're not very good at shooting, are you?